Mays. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Left wing 19. Seven Pirates.
First play from scrimmage. Newton going to throw it. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. He's got room past the 30, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll send Moss in motion right.
50 average. 18, Pioneer.
On first down, Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Here's Montana to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now a give to Peterson running left. And some room to run now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down. Here's Walker. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. On the move past the 40. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Here we go.
Lynch running the counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have moved out in front. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second down, Peterson again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Montana. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. To throw is Montana. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Newton. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send Moss in motion right.
19 tight.
Newton on 3rd down. Man open, it's Moss complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive for 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Montana. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They will look to throw. Montana. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. 35 5 yards that time on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the red zone now, Newton. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First and 10 for Montana and company. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Montana setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Montana being chased out left. That one complete to Hill. A beautiful fake. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Walker now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Play action. It's Montana. On the move to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sanders. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Newton, he finds his man, complete. That's Moss.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
19 tight. 19.
Throwing is Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Now a first down throw for Newton. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Lynch. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Sly able to put this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Montana to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
To throw is Montana. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Montana. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Steps away.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Slot man moves right. To throw is Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So a victory here for the Commanders. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime.